ended.
Tune in for. In Scott's case, his fans tuned in for their favorite creepy pizzeria experience and the mystery behind it. That's great because it builds upon each and every release of the game. However, the creative mind tends to wander. While the first couple games may have been an exciting rush, constantly creating the same thing over and over again, trying to maintain that hype, is very taxing. It's like being stuck inside doing homework as a kid, when you want nothing more than to go outside and play with your friends or play video games. You are tied to your project, but your mind wanders elsewhere. This happens to creatives all the time, and it's a very hard place to be. If people tune into expecting the next greatest installment of their favorite horror series, but you don't want to continue doing horror, you battle with the thought of them not liking what you will do next. Beyond that, creating something that your heart isn't in will only yield a mediocre product. Forcing yourself to make something you don't want to make is one of the... Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Sorry guys, I was getting
This is creativity. And creativity isn't meant to be bound to one thing forever. It's no longer art in the eyes of the creator. It becomes a chore, and I think that's what FNAF became for Scott. It's a very unhealthy place to be. A big issue with all this is that people became a fan of Scott for only one of his games. However, Scott has been producing games since 2002, and honestly, probably started to create games in the late 90s. Five Nights at Freddy's hit late in 2014, but this was long after Scott had been making games for well over a decade, a time period where he created 20 to 30 different games. This goes to show that Scott had a multitude of interests over the years, and that even though Five Nights at Freddy's was successful, it wouldn't be where his heart would ultimately reside. The wide variety of games he produced in the past was because he was always experimenting with his creativity. And creativity isn't meant to be bound to one thing forever. If it is, it will eat away at the heart of the creator. As a YouTuber myself, I totally understand this feeling. Creativity is a boundless force, and even though I create videos for a living, I'm also writing a series of fantasy novels and a book on being a YouTuber. Plus, I have a huge passion for game design. When I was younger, I actually worked on the game for like 5 years. These interests don't go away, and I'm 100% certain Scott has been analyzing his life as a creator. He may have found success in Five Nights at Freddy's, but his roots are certainly elsewhere. So maybe we are at a crossroads where Five Nights at Freddy's may indeed end. But at the same time, perhaps the next greatest thing from Scott simply has yet to be born. Either way, I'm certainly looking forward to what the future holds. But now that I've dumped that on all of you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think will happen to Five Nights at Freddy's? And how do you feel about this recent change of events? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that, thanks for tuning in to this creative analysis. If you'd like to join me on my YouTube voyage and continue to dive into the mysteries behind games, then the subscribe button is just what you're looking for. Thanks for watching, guys and gals, and until my next video.
Guys, that's gonna be it. Goodbye guys, I really hope you guys like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and peace out.